Hello guys, this video is very important. This is a very important step to this process and you cannot skip it. So please definitely take your time with this information. Along with this video in this section, you will also have a PDF document that you must read through, and it has every hyperlink for you to click and go to these websites so you can get this done. This is a very important step in this process, and skipping this step could also it could result in you having to start over. It can result in you having to have longer disputes. It can result in the companies going back and forth with you. So to avoid all of that, just follow these steps and get this done. You cannot skip this process. This is very, very, very important. Okay, so let's begin. Opt out, delete your information, protect your data. Your information is being shared all over the internet for anyone to see for free. Okay, this is very important. What you will learn. Today, I will be teaching you about an important step in protecting your personal information, placing security freezes on third-party information collection companies. These companies, also known as data furnishers or data brokers, collect and share your data with various businesses and organizations. By placing freezes, you can limit access to your personal information, safeguarding it from misuse. We'll cover a list of major third-party data furnishing companies, the steps to place freezes on these companies, and how to order your report from them and dispute inaccurate information. The relevant websites where you can complete these actions are given to you in the documents that I have in this section. So you have to read through them because there is things in those PDFs that I will not be speaking about in this video. And again, they are very crucial to this process. Understanding third-party data furnishers and your right to protect your information. Before we dive into the process of placing security freezes on third-party data furnishers, it's important to understand who these companies are, what they do, and why placing freezes is crucial when working on repairing your credit. What are third-party data furnishers? Third-party data furnishers, also known as data brokers or information collection companies, gather, maintain, and sell your personal and financial information to businesses, lenders, insurance companies, utility providers, and other organizations. These companies compile data from a variety of sources, including your public records, credit reports, banking history, and even social media activity. They use this information to create profiles on individuals, which are then sold to other companies for things like credit scoring, identity verification, marketing, or loan approvals. Okay. So when you're going through the credit repair process, you want to place freezes on these because eventually in this process, you're also going to be disputing the information that they are holding on their records as well. This process, or should I say this method, requires that all reports that are held about you are disputed and everything is removed so that this information will no longer be held because it's inaccurate, okay? What do they do with your data? These companies collect and furnish data on consumers for various purposes, such as verifying your identity for financial transactions, assessing your risk for lending or insurance purposes, providing businesses with consumer reports before opening accounts or offering services. For example, if you're applying for a loan or trying to open a new bank account, these data furnishers may provide the financial institution with your profile to assess whether you are a good candidate. While some of these reports can help you get approved for services, they can also share inaccurate or outdated information, which could hurt your credit profile. And this is why it's important for you to get these reports so that you can look over them. And everything that you're disputing on your Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, you're going to dispute on these reports as well. Okay? You want it removed from every report that is in your name about you. Okay? Keep in mind that this information is for educational purposes, and anything that you do is at your own risk and that alone. So it's very important for you to understand why you're doing this and understand this process. Everything has to match, okay? Why should you place freezes on these companies when repairing your credit? If you are in the process of repairing your credit, it's essential to place freezes on these data furnishers for several reasons. First, you want to prevent unauthorized access to your data. Placing a freeze prevents unauthorized companies or individuals from accessing your consumer reports without your permission. This ensures that your sensitive data isn't being used or sold while you're working on rebuilding your credit. Two, to protect against identity theft. Freezes safeguard your personal information from being used to open fraudulent accounts or loans in your name, which can damage your credit further. And because you are doing the method of identity theft, you want it to look as though, my identity has been stolen. So now I'm placing these freezes because I have to go over the information that is on these reports because it is inaccurate. I did not open these. These do not belong to me. I have no knowledge of these. And because these accounts were opened fraudulently, and I am a victim of identity theft, I have to dispute these off as well. Okay. Keep in mind while you're doing this, you cannot apply for any new credit. You cannot apply for any apartments. You cannot apply for anything that uses these third-party companies to gather information about you before making a decision. So while you're doing this process, do not go and try to apply for anything. You will be denied instantly because they will not be able to access these reports. So don't apply for anything while you're doing this because you need these reports to be frozen. Okay, and last but not least, to ensure accurate reporting. Freezing your reports can help, let me see something. Sorry, guys, let me see. Just make sure everything's okay. Freezing your reports can help you control which businesses or institutions are reviewing your data, reducing the chances of incorrect or outdated information being used to make decisions about your credit worthiness. By placing freezes with these third-party data furnishers, you're taking an additional layer of control over your credit repair process and ensuring that your efforts are not derailed by inaccurate or unnecessary reporting, as I already stated. Before I knew about all of these third-party companies, when I would go to dispute things off of my credit, it will come right back as verified or validated. And that's because all they did was ping these companies and the companies have it on these reports and they're like, yeah, it belongs to her. So what you're doing essentially is stopping them from being able to go paying these companies by placing the freezes on them. The freeze is being placed because I am not only disputing what is on my credit reports, but I'm also disputing what is on these third-party reports that is attached to anything negative that is attached to me because it is all inaccurate and opened fraudulently because I'm a victim of identity theft. Okay? Keep in mind it is your word versus theirs. They cannot tell you you are not. They cannot prove that you are not. If you guys haven't really paid attention to what I was talking about in the first video, you should probably go back and watch it, but your data has been breached. Everyone's data has been breached. 2.9 billion Americans' social security numbers have been breached, meaning that our social security numbers and all our personal information is floating around all over the internet, both the regular internet and also the dark web, okay? You have the right to opt out and protect your privacy under federal law. Fortunately, federal law gives you the right to protect your personal information. Under laws like the Fair Credit Reporting Act, also known as the FCRA, you have the right to opt out of information sharing. You can opt out of having your data shared for marketing or other purposes by requesting freezes with these companies. Freeze your reports. You have the legal right to place a security freeze on your consumer reports, which prevents businesses from accessing your information without your consent. Also, to delete inaccurate or outdated data. You can also dispute and request a deletion of any inaccurate or outdated information that these companies may have on file about you, okay? These laws were designed to help protect your privacy and give you control over how your personal information is used. By placing a freeze on your data while repaying your credit, you're exercising your rights and taking proactive steps to ensure your personal and financial information is secure. All right, so part one, list of major third-party data furnishing companies. These companies provide data to financial institutions, utility companies, insurance companies, and other businesses. Freezing your report with these companies helps you take control over who has access to your personal data, and it also allows you to have control over your report when you're going after these accounts that are on them to get them removed, okay? Again, the PDF documents that are attached in this section have all of the hyperlinks, the websites that'll take you directly to these places so that you can have them, you can order your reports and have them froze, okay? There are many companies that collect and share your information, but here are some of the most significant. Number one is LexisNexis, which is also now merged with SageStream. Okay, so once you lock your LexisNexis, your SageStream will also be frozen as well. Okay, then you have CoreLogic, you have Innovis, Check Systems, and Check Systems is for bank related data. You also have EWS, also known as Early Warning Services. That is also with your banks. I did not list that there because it's not many banks that use it, but the major banks do use Early Warning Services. So if you're trying to get an account with Navy Federal or Bank of America, and I believe Chase, you won't be able to get it if you're in early warning services, also known as EWS. So you definitely want to order and freeze that report as well, along with check systems, okay? Then you have National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange. You want to place a freeze on that and get that taken care of. If you have a checkered history when it comes to utilities, or you have any utility bills on your credit that you're disputing using this method, you also want to get that report so you can look over that as well. You have Clarity Services, and this focuses on subprime credit reporting. So you can order that, but this is for people who have subprime credit. Subprime credit is good credit, okay? Excellent to good to excellent credit. So that is more for people who have acquired credit and they have good credit, okay? You can still order it just to see what's on there, but it is not the most important when it comes to, unless you've been in that place. And then you have ARS, also known as Alternative Reporting Services, okay? Again, the documents that are in this section have the clickable links for each one of these to take you right to the website to take care of this, okay? It's easy to navigate through their website, take your time and read through them. It's pretty self-explanatory. Part two, steps on how to place freezes on third-party information collection companies, okay? Placing a security freeze on these companies is a crucial step in protecting your information. While each company may have a slightly different process, the general steps are as follows. First, you're going to visit the website and navigate to the data furnishing company's website by clicking the hyperlink that I provided in those documents. Okay, so you'll click it and it'll take you instantly to that website. Next, you're going to locate the security freeze section. Some of them have a red button that says place security freeze. It's right in your face. But if not, it's pretty easy to find. You'll be able to find it. Most websites have a selected label, security freeze or place a freeze, okay? And then you're going to submit your request. And you'll need to provide personal information to verify your identity, such as your full name, your social security number, date of birth, your address or previous address. If you just moved to a new address, you want to put your previous address because that's the one that is like more prominent on your reports. And your government issued ID will be required. They require you to have upload a picture of it, okay? Some sites may also allow you to place a freeze online, and while others you may have to call or do it by mail, okay? But most of them, from my experience, you can do it online. Very few you have to call, okay? Then next, you're going to receive confirmation after you do that. And after submitting your freeze request, the company will send a confirmation, usually within 5 to 10 days, business days, with details about your freeze. They may also provide a PIN or password for managing the freeze in the future. So when you get that document with the PIN on it from these companies, you want to save that and store it in your records because you're going to need that when you're ready to unfreeze it, when you're ready to start acquiring credit once your credit is fixed or repaired, okay? And the next, freezes are free. By law, placing security freezes on your credit or consumer reports is free, and there is no charge to lift or remove them. So if you make a mistake and end up somewhere where they're asking for money to place a freeze, leave immediately because freezes are 100% free by law. Part three, how to order a report and dispute inaccurate information. While placing freezes is important, regularly checking your reports from these companies is equally crucial to ensure there are no inaccuracies. Here's how you can request a report and dispute inaccuracies. First, you're going to order a consumer report, okay? Each of the third-party companies provides a way to request your consumer report. You can do this online through their websites or by mailing in a form. Here are the steps. You're going to go to the company's website, as I already said, and find the order consumer report or request report section, okay? Look for that. It is pretty easy to find on most of the sites. Again, some of them you have to call on the phone to order a report, but most of them you don't, okay? Fill out the necessary details, including your identity information. That's going to be your social security number. You're going to have to provide a picture of your ID, etc., any more applicable information, okay? And then you're going to submit the request and wait for the report to be sent using usually through the mail, okay? And then once you get that report, you need to review it, okay? Once you receive your report, you know, carefully review it and look for any inaccurate or unfamiliar information, such as incorrect personal details, the wrong name, misspellings of your name, addresses, old addresses, social security number, fraudulent accounts. Again, any of those accounts that you're disputing from your credit reports, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, you're going to be disputing from these third-party company reports as well, because again, you're a victim of identity theft and these accounts were opened fraudulently, okay? The story has to connect all the way around, okay? So again, fraudulent accounts or inquiries that you didn't authorize. And lastly, dispute inaccuracies. If you find any errors, here's how to dispute them. You're going to visit the company's dispute section. Most of them have an online form for this. You're going to submit your dispute with documentation proving the accuracy. It could be ID, utility bill, bank statements, whatever. Now, when you do these disputes, you're going to do the same thing that you're doing for the credit repair companies. I do not want you to dispute anything online. When you dispute stuff online, you waive your rights, okay? Do not dispute anything online. Do everything by snail mail. Send it out in the mail, okay? It may take more time to get it done, but it works every time, and you'll have a legit paper trail. And you'll also have the UPU treaty backing you, because once the mail, it's a letter, a mail law where once you send it out through the mail system, and they don't send it back, they cannot say that they didn't receive it, okay? And companies are required to investigate and respond to your dispute within 30 days. So once you send these documents out, of course, you'll be sending them out certified mail with the green return card. Wait for you to get the green return card, but then give them 30 business days after the date on that green return card. Give them 30 business days to respond, okay? Most of them respond within a week or so, okay? However, by law, you must give them 30 days. So patience is needed. Part 4, links to freeze, order reports, and dispute information. The links to each website are included in the forms in this section. Each link is a hyperlink, so you can click it and be instantly redirected to the appropriate website. Okay, I already said this. It's really easy, and I made it where you guys can literally read and click and go as you go along, so it can be super simple, and you won't be confused. In conclusion, protecting your privacy is crucial, especially since third-party companies store sensitive information that you may not wish to share. Leaving this information public can hinder your efforts to repair your credit. It's essential to order reports from these companies and follow a similar process to the credit suite. Along with your FTC identity theft report and the police report, send a written letter notifying them of the inaccuracies in your report and requesting immediate deletion due to identity theft. By law, they are required to comply and remove the fraudulent accounts. To strengthen your case, ensure that your letter is notarized, making it a formal legal document, okay? And you're also, again, going to be sending everything certified mail with a green return card. You want to create a paper trail, okay? Because if they don't do things correctly, later on in the course, I will be showing you how to move forward, okay? Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you take this information and use it and take your time with it, and I will see you in the next section.